This video covers an overview of the self-service and request fulfillment capabilities of IBM Control Desk. In the first part of the demo, we will show the user's ability to interact with the knowledge base and open, track, and close their own incidents and requests. This is the login page of IBM Service Portal, the new system of engagement for self-service users. Our self-service user Bob is going to log into the portal. The portal supports branding features, in this case for Blue Bank. From the home screen, Bob was able to view his recent requests, chat with the help desk, view his latest news, report issues, and request new services. First, Bob is going to leverage the search capability in order to try to find help to his email password issue. Bob enters his search terms and can see there is a list of documented solutions and services from the catalog that may help with his issue. He decides to look at the login solution to determine if this will help resolve it. In the solution, Bob can see the positive feedback from the user community and is confident that this solution may help. He sees from the solution that there is an automated email ID service to resolve issues for locked accounts or forgotten and expired passwords. After deciding this doesn't exactly fit his needs, Bob decides to go to the home screen and try reporting an issue to the help desk. Bob is taken to the simple and easy-to-use form for reporting issues. As Bob begins typing his description, the virtual assistant proposes another set of solutions from the knowledge base that may help Bob resolve his issue. By suggesting solutions, the virtual agent reduces tickets coming into the help desk. He decides to open one of the solutions and can again see that this has worked well for other users at Blue Bank. Unfortunately, this isn't the symptom that Bob is experiencing, so he decides to close the solution. Bob can view the list of solutions he has tried but have not worked. He decides to see if there are additional recommendations from the virtual assistant. He decides to report the suggested email access issue. The request form has been updated with some questions to help the resolver with the necessary details in order to resolve the request. Bob fills in the information and submits the ticket. He gets the confirmation his ticket was successfully submitted. Sometime later, Bob decides to check the status of his request. He can see a timeline view of the current status. Recently, a note was added indicating that there is a system outage and that service should be restored in 30 minutes. Bob decides to look at another previous request he submitted for accessing the virtual private network. Since he no longer has this issue, he decides to use the service portal and cancel the request. He simply needs to provide a reason as he closes the ticket. Lastly, another simple way to report an issue to the help desk is to send an email to a well-known address. In this case, Bob is sending an email to the help desk. After the automated processing takes place, Bob gets a confirmation email that includes his new ticket ID indicating that his request was received. We've seen the user's ability to interact with the knowledge base and open, track, and close their own requests and incidents. Next, we'll focus on requesting services and an example of how they can be automatically fulfilled. Bob is able to access the service catalog through the same service portal. He is presented with a list of services for which he is entitled. The services can be both IT and non-IT. Bob may be from the HR organization and can see the service for onboarding new employees. Some other examples include public and private cloud provisioning through integrations with IBM Cloud Orchestrator and Amazon Web Services. Today we'll focus on the Enterprise App Store. The App Store is a collection of software that the user is able to request for their laptop or desktops, much like they do every day with Apple iTunes or Google Play for their mobile devices. In addition to licensed software, we can see freely available software such as 7-Zip and Chrome. Having these titles in the App Store helps the IT departments where administrative access to the user's machines is locked down. This allows those departments to avoid having the policy of not allowing common software or incurring the cost of manually fulfilling those requests. Today, Bob is going to request Adobe Acrobat. he can see there is a cost associated to the license that may be billed to his department. Just like his favorite internet shopping sites, Bob can see that the service has worked well for other users in the community. To request Acrobat, Bob simply has to add which of his assets he wants to deploy the software. Once this request is submitted, the request will wait for any approvals that have been defined for the service. In this case, Acrobat has been pre-approved. Next, the fulfillment workflow will reserve a copy of the license needed. If no licenses are available, a notification will be sent to the software asset management team. The team has a few options. The first is they can spend additional money and procure new software licenses. The next two options leverage the integration with IBM BigFix. The software asset management team may be able to reclaim licenses from assets that are entitled to have the software, but it has not been discovered through inventory scanning. Or, based on the software usage analysis, licenses may be reclaimed if they haven't been used for a long period of time. Both of the final options allow an IT department to save money by controlling software licensing costs. Since the license was reserved, the software install via IBM BigFix was initiated. IBM BigFix, while part of the ITSM solution, is only available with an additional charge. The BigFix client completes the end-to-end automated deployment of the software. As Bob checks the status of his request, he can see that once the license was reserved, the workflow indicated that deployment should complete in approximately 15 minutes. To his benefit, the install was successfully completed in much less time. We have now seen the automated fulfillment of an IT service request, completing the demonstration of the requirements in the self-service and request fulfillment section.